fruit ripens. Well, I was just passing by. I must go now. Good day, Naomi. Good day, Ruth. Have peace.
Peace, too.
And you feared he would rebuff you. Why, he's as warm as boys is cold.
Maybe one is too cold and the other too warm.
Naomi! Oh, never carry such burdens. While I'm away, you must let my workmen do it for you.
You are leaving?
Oh, not for long. I go to Hebron to buy sheep. Now, in my absence, you and Naomi must not hesitate to ask my men if you lack for anything. I have instructed them.
Your kindness. I can't begin to...
Not a word. And when I return, I hope you will know even more fully the bounties of kinship in Judah. No.
Look at the little one. A baby.
Where we come from, it's being said there is an idolatress among you.
A Moabite priestess.
There is no Moabite priestess here. You do not speak like Judeans. Where do you come from?
From Reuben, near the border of Ammon.
Well, what is it that you've heard in Reuben?
I heard this idolatress came with a Judean woman.
Said to be the widow of a man named Elimelech.
She means Naomi. Naomi did bring a Moabitess with her.
What business is it of you people in Reuben? Who comes here?
No business at all. I just mentioned the rumor and nothing more.
Water is scarce. We have none for idolaters.
Why don't you ask your stone god for water?
She's an idolatress. Curse her, Ben-Adab. Call the vengeance of God down on her.
Idols. God has said you shall make no idols, nor set any image of stone in your land. If you despise his statutes and abhor his judgments, you shall lose your children. Your cattle shall be destroyed.
Guilt is written across her face. She can say nothing.
Where are your idols?
Take your stone idols and leave our land before God strikes you dead.
You are a hateful woman. You are not worthy to speak God's name.
Leave her alone. Get along. Don't stare. You got your water, then leave.
Don't ever trust this to a woman, Ben-Adab.
Confess thy iniquity. Fear the Lord, for he will send his pestilence among you, and destroy your idols, and cast you into...
Yes, old man, I know.
God's blessings on thee. And you too. Peace be with you.
Poor old madman.
Thank you, Boaz. Thank you for your kindness. Come.
Since I bring nothing with me this time, perhaps you'll not turn me away.
We turn nobody away who comes in peace. Come, break bread with us.
Thank you, I've eaten.
Then sit and join us.
I've been thinking about what happened at the well.
Why? What happened?
Well, nothing really. We simply met there by chance, and I asked if I could come by.
I should have mentioned it was Boaz who caught the runaway. The donkey.
Yes. Well, don't make me a hero. The beast came running at me and...
Oh. And so in gratitude you invited our kinsman to visit us. Well, I'm pleased. Perhaps you'll have some wine with us, Boaz. Excuse me.
I didn't tell her because it would only have worried her.
What did Malone tell you about us Judeans?
Enough to bring me here.
Did he explain our hatred of Moab?
No. There was no malice in his heart. He hated nothing except cruelty.
Well, there has been a long, hard history between our countries. Wars, loathing of each other's gods. Some of us lost parents and brothers to Moab. Others lost children, as you saw on your way to Bethlehem. Does it surprise you that that's in our blood to fear and hate Moabites?
And you are content with that?
I was.
Was?
I used to think that hate belonged in our blood.
And now?
Now I'm not so certain.
But others are, though.
Only a few. Those who forgot the teachings of our fathers. And those who were as bitter as I was.
Like the women at the well.
Yes, and that's why I've come here. You must leave Judah, Ruth. At least for a while. Go north to one of our other tribes, where people are not molested by Moabites, not inflamed and ready to cast blame on a scapegoat. Go, Ruth. I will see you and Naomi safely there.
No. Naomi's home is here. If she and I are strangers in Judah, we should be even more alien elsewhere. Besides, would another tribe be any quicker than your people to believe why I left Moab and came to this side of the Jordan?
Why did you come here, Ruth? Because you love Naomi? And?
And because I saw a new light in her beliefs, in her God.
Ruth, I've never seen the people so aroused. You must not go to the marketplace or even to the well alone.
If I'm to stay here, I must go everywhere alone and unafraid. Oh, they'll think I'm all they suspect of me.
After a while, perhaps, but not now. Please let me help. It is not the first time I've offered to help. You accepted only from Tob.
He never threatened.
Nor shall I ever again.
What made you change?
A number of things. Mostly you. Seeing myself through your eyes. I think I needed that.
Thank you.
I suppose it would be unseemly of me to compete with Tob in ephahs of barley and casks of oil. But I have the right to ask one thing of you. Promise me that if you and Naomi ever need help of any kind, you will come to me.
Thank you again.
Don't thank me. Promise.
I promise.
You will be angry at me. But after all the trouble you've taken, I must go back to my fields.
You cannot have one cup with this boy.
I'm late now.
One of Tob's honey cakes, perhaps?
Oh, now I must go. Peace, Naomi. Peace be with you, Ruth.
That is the Boaz I remembered.
Oh, Mother, he's so different from the way he was before. He's so very likable. Or is it only his wanting to help that makes me think makes me feel the way I do?
No, Ruth, it is not that. How can you mistake what it is? What do you want here? Who gave you the right to trample on my grounds?
Where are the idols? Bring out the idols.
There are no idols.
You brought that idol worshiper into our midst. Tell her about the wells.
Our cattle are dying because of her.
What are you saying? Why because of her?
God has shown his anger ever since she came.
Yes, and if our children suffer from this, their blood will be on your head.
We'll all perish unless you rid us of her.
Count, the idols are in the house.
Not one more step. If you have complaints, take them to Shema and the elders and let them judge. And leave us alone.
Indeed, we will make our voices heard by the elders. And when we're through with our complaints, there'll be very little comfort left for you. Or time for you. Come, let us go to Shema.
Don't fear, Mother.
I do fear. There's no charge greater than idolatry. It's a stoning offense. I don't know where to turn, what to do.
Mother, I shall go to Boaz. He said he would help.
Yes.
You heard him. He made a promise to come if we needed help.
Yes. Go, my daughter. Ask his help.
You have come to see my master?
I have great need to see him.
He was just summoned to the Council of Elders. I will take you there.
Thank you.
I know what happened. It's shameful. The judges are as disturbed about it as I. We're meeting now. Fear nothing. You had better wait for me.
It's not a question of opinion. It's your duty to convene the elders and sit in judgment of the widow.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And you, boys?
By all means. The widow Hagar has shamefully violated one of our most...
We're not speaking of Hagar, but of Ruth.
Ruth? Well, Hagar and her rabble viciously attacked two peace-abiding women, and you're going to sit in judgment of Ruth?
The actions of Hagar and the others are a disgrace. They will be reprimanded. But the charges that have been brought against the Moabites are very...
Moabites. She is no longer a Moabitess. And I, for one, will not consent to judge a woman for fetching water from a public well.
Do not mock us, Boaz. You younger judges are here only because your fathers gave their blood to uphold our laws. If this woman is innocent, if she is not an idolatress, she will be free. But if she is guilty, it is our duty to see that she is punished according to the law.
Innocent or guilty, I will not judge her.
You are going to defy the law?
You would put us to scorn and divide the city?
I will not judge her.
Boaz, the people count on the wisdom of their elders to seek out truth. Do not contemn the judges of Judah.
Ruth is the daughter of my kinswoman, Naomi. I will not judge her.
How little you fear God. What if Abraham, when God commanded that he sacrifice Isaac, replied, "No, Isaac is my only son. I cannot do this."
Leave Isaac to Abraham and Abraham to God. And leave me to myself.
Blasphemy.
And judge me too.
What if it is true that Ruth has been a priestess in the temple of Chemosh, as is rumored?
A priestess? The wife of a Judean who renounced idolatry, who of her own free will chose to come among us with her destitute, bereaved mother-in-law? You ask me to believe that this gleaner in our fields was once a priestess of Chemosh?
Will you swear it?
I swear it.
That's all we ask. I hope it never comes to pass that your oath binds you.
It will not.
It's absurd. There is a marketplace gossip that you were once a priestess in the temple of Chemosh.
I was. But what have they decided to do about those who threaten Naomi? Are they going to judge them?
No. To judge you.
And will you sit with them?
I must.
Let her go in peace.
What happened? Boaz. He will not help. My daughter. I've blighted her life out of love for me. She is defamed and humiliated. Oh, Lord, I entreat thee. Do what you want with me, but spare her. That her days of grief may not be without ending.
Peace be with you.
Who are you?
Jerome?
Are you a holy man?
We are all holy in the eyes of God. There will be water from many wells. Many wells. Be strong through this time, for from the widow of your son will issue children and children's children, numbering among them a great king and a royal house, and a prophet whom many will worship as the
people were put to death for only once having worshipped a golden calf. Then shall a Moabitess who worshipped Chemosh all her life be spared for a worse iniquity?
As the Lord lives, I will sit quiet no longer. What if she had been a priestess in Moab? She was not then under the law of our land, but of another land. The land that had given her birth, and that was in the far past. She is now a true daughter of Judah.
Well, we shall soon find out. Will the Moabitess Ruth deny that she worshipped false gods across the Jordan?
So did Zipporah, the wife of Moses, worship false gods. Was not her father a priest in the service of an alien god? If the Lord our...
Up then, stand by and watch their bodies thrown into the flames of Chemosh.
Yes.
When did you last perform these rites? Speak. Was it a very long time ago, years ago?
No, it was within past months.
Is this what Boaz calls the far past?
Well, Boaz,
if Boaz has naught to say,
I have just returned to the city from a field to find talk of stoning among us. Are we so thirsty for blood that we must accuse a woman of a crime to which there is no proof?
The proof was in the calamity that fell on us when she came.
The rain's not wet, you woman. The drought has ended. Our crops have been spared. We'll have a richer harvest.
Shamar, judges.
They are here. 2 eyewitnesses. You are out of our brethren of the tribe of Reuben?
Yes, I am Elzar, son of Rechel.
And you?
I am Sein, son of Kushan, also of the tribe of Reuben.
Elzar and Sein, you swear a holy oath to speak in truth?
We do.
Then tell us.
Stone. She set it on a mound and fell to her knees and worshipped.
What was the idol?
It was Chemosh, the god of Moab.
if it was
Questions of...
the widow Naomi questions your being one of us. Answer her.
Why, there's Judah and Dan and Reuben and Benjamin and Asher. There are many of us who can't name all the tribes.
But we all must know the 10 Commandments. Do you?
How many of them do you know?
All. I would be grateful if you could remember only the 9th. Do you? It is, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Perhaps, Melzar, you have a poor memory. This then requires no memory. Would you and your brother from Reuben bless the name of Jehovah and curse the name of Chemosh?
Let there be done to you as you would have done to Ruth. Is there any support left for the charge of idolatry against the widow Ruth? The man. Those who threatened her.
I'm sorry. Oh. Thank you, Tob. Thank you for your belief in me.
I did only what was necessary.
Oh, really?
Naomi? I had to do what I did. I pledged myself to sit in judgment.
I understand.
Well,
Naomi, we have won.
Yes, Toh, but you have my gratitude.
No, I won't release you with only that. I have a boon to ask of you.
Of course.
I would be honored if tomorrow you'd come and have a cup of wine with me.
With pleasure. I'll ask Ruth.
No, not Ruth. I'd like to talk with you alone.
How do you know Ruth loves you?
How do you know she doesn't? Is she interested in someone else?
I cannot speak for her.
But you are trying to. See, wanted her defender when the rat. No, it is you. You hate me because of my contempt for your husband. Well, let me tell you, it doesn't matter what Ruth feels. She is obliged to become my wife.
Obliged?
Are you feigning ignorance? Or have you forgotten the Leverett law? The law that the next of kin of a deceased man has the right, even the obligation, to marry his widow? Well, I am your nearest male kin.
So you are.
Good. Then you see it. And when you think it over, you will be happy with my decision. Now go back to Ruth and tell her, tactfully, of my intention to announce our betrothal tomorrow.
Yes. I will tell her. I will tell her. I'll tell her. Ruth, I have not been to bed.
Peace to you. My master sends this dress. He bids you come to the harvest service if you have any word to send him.
Only peace.
That is all?
That is much. I'm not going to any celebration.
Ruth, you are going. You must go. Because there is one way, one possible way. Yes. For the first time, I beg you to do something for me. Will you promise?
Promise what?
Never mind. Just promise. Trust me. I would rather die than bring you hurt. But promise blindly.
I promise.
Go to the harvest celebration tonight. I will go with you. And when the night wears on, and then we women go home, stay. It is a custom for the men to remain by the winnowed grain on this night. Wait until Boaz goes to sleep. Mark the place where he lies down. Then lie beside him.
Tell me, what are you saying?
Do you not love him?
Why, how can you ask that?
Think about it. Do you love Boaz?
Even if I did love him, how could I possibly do what you ask?
Please, Ruth, do not question me. I know Boaz, and I know you. Do as I ask. Promise me. You're betrothed and drunk.
Here comes my bride. Ruth, you're beautiful. I knew you'd look beautiful in my dress.
Happens every festival.
I was dreaming of you. And you are here. I wanted so much to explain.
There's no need. I've always understood.
I love you, Ruth. I've loved you from the day we met in my field.
It must have been God's goodness that brought me to your field that day. Perhaps he's been directing me to you all my life.
I pray doubts. I believe the holy man, and so must you.
I want to, Mother.
That no day must pass without milking a fool.
I have failed. Tobe will not renounce his claim. I offered him everything I own. Even now, he's announcing your marriage before the elders.
No. No, it cannot be.
It is. It's the law.
The law. All I've heard since I came here is the law. The law. What kind of justice binds a widow to a man she can never love? The law.
It is meant to be kind, not harsh. Meant to keep alive the inheritance of the dead.
but for that law, I would not be here. My mother was such a widow. I know that's of small comfort to you, Ruth.
Ruth, come and drink.
No.
Never a thing like it in all Bethlehem.
Feel like the petals of a rose.
Yes. Hope manages to get only the best. God's will.
But it is lovely.
You are a lucky bride. Such a good man and so rich.
They are both lucky.
Please.
Ah, my kinsman Boaz.
I hope I am welcome to.
Welcome. I cannot tell you what satisfaction it gives me to see you here. Oh, there. Wine for Boaz. Wine for everybody. Eat, drink, dance. Rejoice with us. For when has Bethlehem seen a more joyous day?
You certainly are cheerful for a groom.
I am cheerful, old Hakeem. I wish I could tell every person here how my heart overflows with joy today. And as the Lord lives, I believe I will.
I found these.
Speak. A few thoughts. Dear friends, before my bride joins me. God has been good to the tribe of Judah.
Yes.
In which Elimelech, may his soul rest in peace, and Naomi and myself are kinsmen. Yes, the Lord has been good to us. Has he not given Naomi back to us? And granted us the rains? And crowning all, has he not turned the footsteps of Ruth to our city? And may mingle her blood with that of a proud house.
It is true, Tob, that my heart is in this land. It is true that I obey the law, and that my trust is in the Lord. It is true that I honor your claim to me, my honorable kinsman. But it is also true that I do not love you.
Have no fear, you will in time.
I shall try.
Good. I'm a patient man, and I welcome your truthfulness.
Then I must keep nothing from you. I must tell you everything that is in my heart.
Of course.
You have the right to know that on the night of the harvest celebration, I sought out Boaz on the threshing floor.
Then give up your claim to her.
According to the custom of our fathers, take off your shoe and give it to me as a sign of renouncement. As next of kin, I will marry
Ruth of Moab, widow of Malone, swear with me that nothing passed between us on that night or any other time except spoken vows of love.
By the holy commandments, I swear it.
We are without blemish in this matter. Jehovah is witness to this, our oath between us and between him forever.
You have sworn a holy oath, sworn that your word is truth, and bound your souls with the bond. Go in peace, my children. Go with God's blessings as man and wife.
So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife, and she bore him a son. And Naomi took the